XRP is being valued at an amazing $400,000 per coin. This could get any crypto fan excited, making them wonder if such a big jump is really possible. There have been times when cryptocurrencies took off, like when Bitcoin hit all-time highs and Ethereum did the same. Would XRP really be able to hit $400,000 and join these big names? This is a big guess that would need huge changes in the market and a string of events that all work out just right for XRP's growth. The big question is how likely this is to happen, since XRP has already shown itself to be as a major player in the digital currency space with cross-border payment uses and partnerships with banks. It's not easy to see how the price could rise so quickly. The state of the market, how well Ripple handles legal problems like the ongoing SEC lawsuit, and how widely blockchain technology is used are all things that could affect the value of XRP. Investors are paying close attention to these events. Some people are hopeful about the future of XRP, but others may find it hard to think that the token could go up so much. Is a $400,000 XRP really possible, or is it just a big dream? This video will talk about the things that could make XRP go to new heights and the things that could go wrong and put it at risk. By the end, you'll know for sure if this crazy price prediction is real or just another case of crypto gambling gone crazy. Before we answer the question of whether XRP could really hit $400,000 per token, let's look at where it is now. Right now, XRP's price is a long way from the predictions about the stars. We can see that the coin is worth a lot less now, but it wasn't always this way. XRP has been through some big changes in the market. At its highest point, it was worth more than $3 per token in late 2017 during the huge crypto bull run. But since then, ongoing problems, especially the SEC case, have had a big effect on XRP's price and caused a lot of market uncertainty. XRP has stayed as one of the top cryptocurrencies by market capitalization, despite these losses. Ripple is the company that made XRP, has teamed up with big banks and financial institutions to make cross-border payments easier. This makes XRP a strong player in the global payment system. XRP's main use case, making quick and cheap international transfers, has kept it important in the crypto world. As Ripple continues to grow its network, more people are optimistic about its long-term value, but we should keep in mind that getting to $400,000 won't be easy. For XRP to hit that price, its use and demand would have to grow a lot. Ripple would have to deal with regulatory issues, make more global partnerships, and see more use of XRP as a bridge currency for foreign transactions. Also, the crypto market as a whole would have to be much more stable and bullish, and investor trust would have to be at an all-time high. This could happen, but only if a lot of things come together in the right way, which hasn't happened yet. Based on where XRP is now and what it could become, we need to find out what could cause this kind of rise. Is it enough? XRP could reach $400,000 with more growth. Let us look at some of the things that might affect this bold statement. Several important things would have to come together just right for XRP to hit the unbelievable price of $400,000. First and foremost, there would have to be a huge rise in the use and acceptance of XRP around the world. Ripple's main purpose is to make cross-border payments faster and cheaper, and big banks and financial institutions are already starting to use it. As Ripple continues to build relationships, adding XRP to more banking systems around the world, the token's value could go up by a huge amount. XRP will become more useful and valuable as more businesses and institutions use it for everyday activities. Another important factor is how the SEC case is settled. A big reason why the price of XRP has been falling is the uncertainty surrounding this legal fight. It would send a strong message to investors that XRP is no longer in danger if Ripple is able to settle the case or if the lawsuit is thrown out completely. Lots of big law problems. There would probably be a rise in investor trust, which could push the price up. Now that the legal cloud has been lifted, Ripple can focus on building new relationships, expanding its network, and increasing its market share, all of which could make more people want to buy XRP. The move toward using blockchain in regular finance is another thing that could send XRP's price to unimaginable heights. Because it is so fast, XRP could become the best way to send money across borders as more standard banks adopt blockchain technology. And little money for fees, this would give XRP access to huge new markets, especially if Ripple can get a bigger piece of the foreign money transfer and payment processing markets. Also, as cryptocurrency becomes more accepted and integrated into standard finance, the world economy is likely to depend on digital currencies even more. With the rise of open finance and changes in how money is sent around the world, XRP could become an important part of the future financial system, taking value and desire to new heights. But it's important to remember that even though these things can affect XRP's rise, it would still take a very special mix of market conditions, adoption, and regulatory clarity for XRP to hit such a crazy price as $400,000. It's not completely impossible, but it's still a very unlikely situation that would require Ripple to act perfectly at the right time. So even though it's fun to think about, we need to be careful and serious about what the future holds for XRP. Even though it's exciting to think that XRP could reach $400,000, we can't ignore the big problems and risks that could stop it from getting there. One of the biggest problems for XRP is that the coin market is very fast and loose. XRP and other cryptocurrencies have very volatile prices that change a lot depending on news, laws, and market sentiment. This can cause prices to drop quickly even when good news comes out. XRP's price could change because of anything from general market trends or changes in how investors feel that could stop anyone from reaching $400,000. Another big problem is that Ripple's legal problems, especially the SEC case, are still not clear. There's no guarantee that Ripple won't face other regulatory problems in the future, even if the lawsuit is thrown out. Governments and regulators around the world are still figuring out how to deal with cryptocurrencies, so Ripple could face more legal scrutiny or new rules that could slow its growth. Even though a win in the SEC case would be a step in the right direction, it's not a sure thing that Ripple or XRP will succeed because other legal problems could come up. XRP also has to deal with tough competition from other coins. Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two biggest and best known cryptocurrencies, still have the most market share. However, new projects are always popping up with creative answers to the problems that XRP wants to fix. To get to $400,000, XRP would have to stay ahead of the competition in the market, win over users, and keep its strong place in the market. Clients that it is the safest way to make cross-border payments. If another blockchain or digital currency becomes more popular and more useful than XRP, the price of XRP might stay the same or even go down. The growth of XRP is also affected by the world economy as a whole. People might not spend as much in cryptocurrencies like XRP if the economy is weak or there is financial instability. The crypto market as a whole could be hurt by economic downturns, changes in financial goals, or political unrest, which could make the price of XRP go down. To sum up, while the chance